out there, welcome back to the Highway Cowboy channel. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing just fine, coming up on 301 up in Maryland, headed up to the northeast. Oh, what fun, right? Oh, it ain't that bad. No, but I'm coming to you guys today with a video on a subject that I find that not a lot of people want to talk about. You see a lot of trucking channels out there, and it's a subject that most people avoid for obvious reasons. I understand that. It's a subject of, as a trucker, your mental health and how to make sure you're doing okay on the roads here. You know, when you look at the current state of the economy right now, with the fuel prices the way they are, the loads are going, what they're paying is going straight down. So you're finding yourself working more and more maybe to make the same amount of money. It's really difficult. I ain't gonna lie. This year is a harsh one for a lot of people, and it's putting a few people out of business, and that's pretty sad, to be honest with you. But with all that being said, it can take a toll on a driver's mental health in various ways, really. And what are we doing to make sure that we're doing okay? Because, you know, I'll be honest, I talk to a lot of drivers out there, and, you know, some of them tell me, you know, I've been out here for a month, 2 months, 3 months, even, you know, without even going home. And if you're like me, you've got a wife and kids at home. It's that I love them very much, and they're on my mind every day. You find it really difficult with each passing day because you think about when is the next time you're going to be home. You know, and it really plays mind tricks on you, even more so because as drivers, and I'm sure everybody can attest to this, your biggest enemy is your own thoughts. And unfortunately, in the driving aspect of this, we find ourselves with a lot of time to lose ourselves in our own thoughts, and that can make things a lot worse. And it's really important to find time to have, you know, meaningful conversation with your loved ones, have people to talk to, with friends, to open up, the people you can trust with, you know, some things that are bothering you, you know, that maybe it's another truck driver. We all understand that we're in the same boat and we all go through the same things. So it's really important to have a good little list of people that you can call to open up to. I mean, I do. I've got several people that, you know, that there are drivers and there are other people that, you know, I trust and to talk to. And it's hard to open up to people, but it's something that's, you know, it comes with time, I guess, when you get to know somebody, and it's really good to have that under your belt as well when you're on the road. But going on to another part of that is, you know, unfortunately, sometimes you find yourself in a situation where you can't go home do a 34 reset. I mean, I remember I tried to do everything I can to find myself headed towards the house for a 34 reset, or you know, at least somewhere near the house where I can meet up with the family. But on occasion that doesn't happen, and you know, use that time wisely. You take care of your things, your little things, like make sure you're upkeeping the maintenance. I mean, not maintenance, but the cleanliness of your truck. I mean, if you're like me, you know, I know my wife gives me a lot of crap about it too. Make sure you keep it clean. And you know, honestly, I agree with her, because that helps your mental health. You just feel better when you got things clean. You got a better environment to be in. But even outside of that, fill your time with things that remind you that you're a human being still, you know? Instead of sitting at a truck stop for 34 hours, you know, in front of a TV or doing something else, it's just really not meaningful. Go see something, you know? What do a lot of truck drivers tell you? Why do they get into trucking? What are the aspects? One of the aspects they like the most about driving is going to see the country. Well, we're doing that, but how many of you are actually going to see something? You know, I mean, instead of sitting at a truck stop for 2 days and catch an Uber, you know, if you're, for example, in San Antonio, park your truck at a truck stop, you know, get an Uber, go see downtown, go see the caverns. They got really nice caverns over there. Me and the wife and kids did a trip one time too. Really pretty. It's worth the time, worth the money. But go and see something, you know. Be a human being. If you're actually have some movement in your day. You know, when you stop for your 30, don't just sit there and just stare at your ELD clock and wait for that 30 minutes to go up. Go out and take a walk. You know, wherever you may be at a rest area, at a truck stop, just go for a walk. 15 minutes can do a lot for your health, your mental health, and for your physical health. So that's one aspect. And, you know, when sometimes, I get it, it's a rainy day or something, whatever it is, you really don't want to go out. You just kind of, you know, like an adult, you know, my kids will tell me, oh, all you want to do is just sit around, right? Well, yeah, it's one of those days sometimes you just want to sit around. And you know, that's understandable too. Also, we're all human beings. You're driving several hours a day, and you know, by the time you actually get to where you're going, it's late at night, and you just want to relax. And when that week is finally over, you're out of your hours, and you're really just sitting for a couple of days. You just want to hang out. That's cool. That's cool and all, but you know, things start to get boring when, like I said, when you're doing the same old routine every single time, and that again plays into your mental health. You need to fill in that time with stuff that you like to do. I mean, if you end up really being stuck at a truck stop, like me, you know, if you ever come across my TikTok channel, the Highway Cowboy, you know that I like playing guitar. You know, that's one of my things. It was a gift to me from my wife on my last anniversary, and it's been in the truck ever since with me. You know, and it's sort of my muse. It's my way to get away, in a sense, to clear my mind, to focus on something else that I love most, is music. And the fact that, you know, you learn how to play and write your own music, it's a great thing, you know, to fill in the time and to really lose yourself. Now, it's a bad thing too, because sometimes you lose track of time, and the next thing you know, it's 1 o'clock at night and you gotta wake up at 6. But yeah, that's a whole story for another time. But filling your time with something that you enjoy, that's something that it's special to you, that you can basically clear your mind and find a break out of the psychotic travesty that's going on in the industry, in the trucking world today. But yeah, and then aside from that, you get into proper rest. Don't neglect on your sleep. You know, it's really hard for a truck driver to have a good normal sleep schedule. It really is. Sometimes you're driving the day, sometimes you're driving at night. So that circadian rhythm is a legend for a truck driver. It doesn't exist. So, you know, but one of the big things to take away from that is you have to, you know, make sure you get enough sleep. Me personally, I find my happy spot is around 6 to 7 hours. Anytime I sleep longer, you know, you start, you know, tossing and turning in the bed, and I wake up with a headache because it's too much. Not enough. Your whole day goes to crap. You know, it's so 7 hours is usually right about what I need to get through the day and you know, have a decent mindset for the day. You know, what else comes into this is obviously diet. I mean, you are what you eat, how the saying goes, right? I mean, if you're eating healthy, you'll be surprised how much that makes a difference to your overall mindset for your day-to-day life. Your mental health is drastically affected by that. And something I do also is, unfortunately, you talk about eating healthy. Again, another subject that's easier said than done, living a lifestyle that we do. But the one thing you have to keep in mind is that don't go to the truck stops, you know, to get your food. Don't let that be your constant diet where you're eating truck stop hot dogs and burgers and, you know, the Popeyes and all the stuff that you find over there, Subway. It's not as healthy as you think, believe me. Sorry, Jared. But eating healthy, go to Walmart, go get the things that you like to eat. Again, that plays into things that make you happy, things that, you know, put a smile on your face, because it's something to look for. For me personally, I love food. I look forward to a great meal at the end of the day. It's something that you enjoy to eat. And when I come out of the house, one of the best things that always put a smile on my face is the dinners that my wife brings me. You know, it's home-cooked meals. It's something delicious that you enjoy, and it's made with love. You know, you can't put a price on that. You can't thing. But aside from food, you got to also look into little things like multivitamins. Making sure you're up to par with that aspect, because believe me, I didn't believe it at first, but you know, I think, okay, I'm sitting here all day, the food I'm eating, you know, and I find things like digestive system, it takes a hit. It really does. And you got to start taking vitamins to improve all of that aspect, because again, that does play into the whole system that you got in your body, that it really affects your mental mindset. And believe it or not, it helps a lot of things. It helps the energy during the day, what I noticed. It helps your mindset, your mood, the way you sleep. It's so much for just taking a multivitamin. And one I take is what's it called? The Mega Man. I think GNC makes it. Yeah, but it's sort of a multivitamin, everyday type of thing. It really does it. It really does it for me. It does help. So I do take that. So a lot of different things combined. We have to remember to always find time to focus on your mental health. It's very easy to lose yourself in the chaos, and plus the monotony sometimes of the road. Because let's be honest, what do we do all day? I mean, yes, if you're an owner-operator, you run your business, you run your back office, you have a TMS program, you know, software where you put in your dispatch, your receipts, and all that. But aside from that, there's a lot of time where you're sitting, you're driving, and you're thinking, and it's a routine that happens pretty much every day. You have to break that routine. You have to have something to look forward to at the end of the week, at the end of the day. Do something that, you know, lets you be a human being, not just a robot behind a steering wheel that is just doing the same thing every day. You know, you live by the clock, unfortunately, and it's a rush type of thing we're dealing with right now, unfortunately, with the endless mandates with the feds. Not making it any easier. So don't forget, guys, don't forget, drivers, to please focus on mental health, because it does make a difference. And unfortunately, the sad note of, you know, the reality in the trucking industry, there's a lot of suicides because of things like that. You know, you spend months on end on the road, and you don't see your family, you don't see the people that you love, you don't do things that, you know, make you happy. That's exactly what you feel like. You just feel like a machine made to drive, and that's all you're worth. People really lose sight of their mental aspect of health. Don't ever let yourself get to that point. Truckers' depression is a real thing, guys. And it's not, like I said, it's something a lot of people don't talk about, because it's not a colorful subject. It really isn't. But it's something we can't forget to focus on. So remember, guys. Remember, you're still a person, you're still a human being. Do the things that you love. Find time to go see the country like we all say we do, you know? It's one thing is driving there, but are you actually seeing something? Remember that. Take that time. Go, if you're in Arizona, go park the truck and spend the day, go see Grand Canyon. Go see something pretty, you know? Go explore that country that we say we travel in. So keep that in mind, guys. Really, it's an important aspect in a trucker's life. It really should not be ignored, in my opinion. I'm hoping a lot of people can agree to that as well. But keep that in mind, guys. And thanks again for joining the Highway Cowboy channel. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe and like the videos. It really does help. It's a new channel that's growing. It does help everything grow. And I want it, again, to be a community where we can share ideas, about things like that, you know, where we can open up and say, well, hey, this is something that helps me. This is something that I really enjoy doing, or what have you, you know? So let's make that happen. Let's make it grow. And with that in mind, thanks again, guys, for finding your way back to the Highway Cowboy channel. And I hope everybody stays safe out there. Stay happy, stay vigilant, and keep the shiny side up and the dirty side down. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Ciao.